Hi everybody, welcome back to Cids Modded Life, episode 63 with me, Cid, and you may be asking yourself, what sorcery is this? You have your elytra on and your chest plate. Well, I have a bit of a thank you shout out to say to Wizard1399, whose suggestion spurred this. He didn't actually suggest this, but he suggested I look at the Wings mod, which was basically another Wings mod, similar to, you know, what's it, Angel Wings, that kind of thing, but more similar to elytra as well. And I kind of thought, well, it's not quite what I wanted. You know, I wanted something to make elytra more flexible, and I came across a mod called the Co-Elytra mod, which basically allows you to, you can craft an elytra and it will become a elytra on a bauble elytra, or you can actually add it to a chest plate as well, but that is obviously a one-way process, so I went with this. And it effectively means that, of course, we can fail to deploy our elytra properly. So, since last episode, I have been running the mana gen for a while. It has created me 2 full tablets, and there's a third one which I'm just going to take. I think I may have wasted a whole load of fuel because I AFK'd for loads of time, and the pool got full, so I think a lot of the fuel may have despawned, which makes me sad-ish. Anyway, so that's doing its own thing, and obviously that's not our permanent system. What we actually need, let me just place you in there and you in there for now. A bit of you in there. Along with that, the block of coal can go in there. We'll keep you. You can stay in there as well, along with, oh Christ, we're out of space already. Good God. And I'm going to need more living rock anyway at some point before I actually do our thing. Might not need it yet, but we will need it. And that is a thing. Why have I got? Oh, that's why I have, yeah, repeaters. I brought some just in case I needed them for that. Clutched together solution up there. However, today we are going to first off tackle living rock and yeah, stuff. Let me go and grab my chaos orb. There we go. Living rock and living wood, and I've been looking at a variety of ways of doing it. I think I found a way which is not OP, but is nice. It's just good. So let us head to home, and we can utterly failing to deploy my elytra. I also wanted to just double check what my power situation was like. I've been obviously on what, full. Yeah, that's probably the active one, and that one in the middle may be full, may not be full. Let's just find out, shall we? Damn you. Sorted. And full. Yeah. Okay. This is a good thing then. We'll just put you back in there, and everything is fine and dandy. And we can turn you back off. Right. So, armed with all of that, we need to pull some bits and pieces together. And we are going to need, I've already done a bit of a creative test, so we're going to need a, unless I've already got one. Okay, we haven't got any fluxy things, so we're going to need a fluxy thing. A fluxy thing, that will do. We should have, did I say we got cables? What we're like for, let me just take that out and have a quick peek. Second cable. I probably want some more second cable then, don't I? Bang and bang, bang. That should be more than enough second cable. I'm going to need item... No, I am not going to need item stuff. I am going to... I've got XNet connectors. I need more of those and more network cable. Anyway, start off with the basics. We need some... at XNet. Let's get... We've got a connector. That's good. But we need more. I don't really... There we go. Give me that. In fact, can we... let's just wait for it to come back as a chest. No, it did anyway. There we go. We'll make that into a craftable thing, because we do use a reasonable amount of those. Connector, make me 10. That should be more than enough. And it shouldn't take too long. They are slightly different ones as well, of course, because, you know, they're fresh. And then we need some network cable, which we make like a so. 3 of those should be more than adequate in that box. We'll stick that in there as well. Anything else? Just trying to think. Controller. Right, so we need an XNet controller. Not a lamp controller, an XNet controller. Everything except the block of iron. So we got that. So let's have a look. Item, XNet stuff. We're going to need an item collector. So basically what we need to do, this is the thing, we need to place 8 stone or logs. We need to break 8 living stone or living wood and nothing else. And we need to do that in such a way that when we place them, it doesn't automatically break everything else. It can change them and stuff like that. Now, I've done this several ways. We've done this in equivalents, applied energistics with destruction and creation plates. There's a whole way load, and this is obviously just another way of trying that. So we need to make an item collector from Cyclic. That should be right. So what do we need? We need to make hoppers. 1, 2, 3. We need to make droppers. 1 and 2. We need to make that. That's a item collector. We need to make a controlled miner. That's the beastie. Again from XNet. So we've got everything except the observer, which is interesting. I'm fairly certain you could probably do something with this and vanilla. We need to do auto placers, which is that one. So we need 8 of those. We get the right one. Auto placer. That 8 of those, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And auto placer. Right. So we need 7 lapis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we can chuck you in there and zap. Thank you. Do that. Bang, there's our 8 auto placers. XNet, blah blah blah. We've got the power. I need some sparks. That's one thing we're going to need. Not for this, but for some work later down the line. I think, have I got any Britannia in here at all? No, I haven't. Right, let me go sleep. I need to grab a couple of flowers, make myself 2. Oh, it's only night time already. Okay, let's go and find some Britannia flowers then. Hello? It's quiet. It's too quiet. It's too quiet. I'm fairly certain I must have not. I don't think I've taken every single Britannia flower from up here, have I? Which seems somewhat unlikely. Or is it just the The good old... Ah, there we go. No, you're black knight. Huh. If I were a Britannia flower, where would I be? I mean, Britannia's been in the pack from the start, so I can't have had them all. Can I? I haven't got the Britannia pack on me. That's a pain. I can take them. I can take... Ah, there's... I've definitely been in the area because there is some mystical tall flower variety. So they definitely are about... I just need to find a live one and I'll be back once I've got those. Just petals, nothing fancy I need. Alright, got the things that we needed. Everything except for those, which we're going to do 2 of those. Do we need the... Oh, okay, thank you. Do I need a dominant? Can't make those yet, so that really does dictate that we can't do it that way. Spark is the way to go, I think. Right, what else do we need? We need one more thing, which is, let's have a look. How are we for chaos essence? I want some enriched chaos essence. Because I'm going to use you. Hang on, let me just check. When did that use? That is going to be used to make... No, that's not what we need, is it? I need... okay, cancel that. It's not enriched. Let's go with rubies. We've got 66 of those. So if I want to make... I'm trying to think. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 6 off the top of my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we want to make a supercharged ruby paxel. We'll take that. Head over to the enchantment area. Well, hang on. We probably should have put those away. We'll head over to the enchantment area and make this paxel just a little better. Whee! It's so nice not having to take it off and on again. I mean, I really wasn't trying for any distance record there, but we're going to enchant this with efficiency, full efficiency, mending and unbreaking. For which I'm going to need levels, and I haven't got any. Okay, let's go get some levels first. And yeah, back in a mo. Alright, we've got everything. I've just enchanted it. I went for efficiency 5 on the thing in the end. Couldn't see the point of faffing around. We're going with efficiency 4 when we could get the whole lot, and we've still got some XP left. So yeah, the next place we're heading for is back to Olympus, where we shall fail to launch. There we go. Lovely. Right. So we need to, well, we're going to need a piece of, let's just go and find something out for starters. There's a question that we need to answer. We also need to check, how is this going? Is it finished? I presume it has finished, and we can drain the last of that mana out. Oops, if you don't stand on it, of course. Ah, yes. Oh, helps if you haven't bloody got your magnet on. Magnets are a pain when it comes to Britannia. Just saying, they are a blight on life. But there you go. We've got a reasonable amount of mana to do what we need to do to get to the proper mana generation that we want. Now the question I have is simply this: what can I actually plant a pure daisy on? Can I, for example, plant it on this? You can't, so that is not an option. So what about that? It will work on that. So I'm going to go with a bit of that, because we're going to take some of that anyway, and we shall get under the ground, and we need to... Well, I'm going to put this right back here, and it's a 3x3, so we'll start it on... We'll start it here with the dirt, and we're going to have to take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. Gimme, thank you. We can pop down this chest shulker, and these are going to be the 8 auto places, all facing upwards. They don't use any power. They're absolutely fine and dandy. We should have brought a box of stone and logs with us. Oh well, we go back and get those later. We're going to have the controlled miner there. This requires power. It's also going to be a 3x3. Now what we don't want is it to be that high, so let's take this down so it is a 1 space, and we are going to have it yeah, that's fine for now, but we're going to blacklist, for starters, a daisy. Have I got anything over here? So one thing I probably didn't bring was any... I've got stone, that's not a problem. Have I got any logs? Poo. Trees down there though. I'll go and find myself a thing, and we'll be right back. Alright, so that is blacklisting those 3 items. Anything else that goes into those blocks will get broken. That's fine. The last thing is this item collector. Now, this doesn't require power. It is going to be on a 3x3, which if we turn on the preview, you can see that goes up 3x3x3. We have no real control over that, and we can have it always on. We can filter it, so we can tell it that we only want it to collect living wood and living rock. If we do that and that. Right, so that is the above ground work done. Now we need to do the below ground work, which is going to involve... Let's go in here. You don't require power. You do require power. So we need to make sure that that gets its juice. These also need to get their juice. Oops, down and... Yep, there's our miner. And you don't need juice, you do. So the obvious place to place all of the that with a little bit of that is going to be... You don't require anything other than that, do you? No, you don't. Oh, you do require that. That's what it's going to use to break it, hence the paxel, because I wanted it to be multiple function. That is going to be from there, and that should be now happily ticking away, waiting for something to appear in that spot. We need our controller, and we are going to need... Let's take those and that. Go 1, 2, 3, and yeah, this is where things get interesting. See, my natural inclination is to well, let's see. My natural inclination is to place the controller, say, here, out the way. So that's getting juice direct. We can take a connector there. We've got a connector there. A connector there, there. Oh, right, okay, we're out of connectors. We might even do this without any form of cable, which would be nice. Ah, there is one thing we didn't bring. Yes, of course there is. We need so let's just start. This here is controller. That there is placer 1. And what we'll do is we'll see if that... No, you're not going to let me control C? No, you're not. You swine. Okay. Placer 2. Placer 3. Placer 4. Placer 5. Placer 6. Placer 7. And finally placer 8. And if we come over here and yeah, of course I can't do it that way, can I? If we come over here and have a look at this, we can see that these are all in. There's that connector. That's placer 1. I need to disconnect the east from that one. So let's turn that off like that. That doesn't matter because they don't require power anyway. What we do need is a yeah, let me think about this. If I what we'll do, I mean, a wooden storage crate is not bad, and actually that should be more than we'll ever really need. So we'll go with one of those. That will go there. And we'll have a connector there, which is called raw materials. And then what we need is cable. I'm going to bring this all the way down and let it go underneath, just so I can get in and out. I'm going to box all of this in anyway, I think. Oh, that probably wants to be filled in there. And then that will go along there like so. So I think we've got here, we've got power, we've got storage, we've got controllers, we've got places. So we're going to need to create a channel called it's going to be an item channel. We're going to create it. This is going to be, doesn't really matter, it's just raw materials. And we are going to go from here we're going to create an extraction. It's going to be, well, you might as well go with single actually, and we'll take the ticks right down to 10, and we will we are going to whitelist. It's going to be stone or logs, doesn't really matter. And then if we come over to let's start with 1. I know it doesn't really matter, but this is going to be an insert. Where is, hang on. Extract mode. Oh, yeah, damn it. Why did I think that was going to give me... Hang on a second, I've made a cock up. Kill surprise. Back in a moment. Actually, no, I haven't. We're going to take you out. It doesn't really matter. That's going to go from the first available slot. We are going to have this. The insert is going to be a max amount in available destination inventory is 1. That's all it is. So bang, create, insert, 1. Create, insert, 1. Create, insert, 1. 1. 1, 1, and 1. And what that should do, I'm going to stick a torch down here temporarily. What that should do now is if we were to come in here and go, I don't know, let's do 16 of these into here, each one of these should get at least 1, and each one of these should also have 1. Now if I put the rest of the stuff in there, nothing, it's not going to budge. Yay, science. Right, I'm going to carefully, I think what we'll do is, right, if I do that height, yeah, that's fine. We can block you off, and we can block that off, and we'll just stick a, I don't know, we'll stick a torch there. Make sure this is lit, and then we'll go and place a block back here. Now obviously nothing's happening at the moment, so the next thing we need to do is get that thing going. Gonna need those, don't need those, don't need any of that. And that goes back into my inventory there. And once this is completed, what we should see is those will all get broken up and taken and sucked into this item collector, which is a vacuum chest. Very simple vacuum chest. I'm going to up that to a 5x5 as well. There's a reason why. I'll give you I'll come back in a moment once that's running. Alright, there you go. It's not done the last one yet. That's about to change at any second, but you can see it's now actually breaking and placing them. And it's not the fastest thing in the world, but don't forget this is just going to be running all the time while we're here, so you know it's going to be doing pretty much exactly what I want it to do, which is going to make living rock and living wood. I don't know if there's a way we can speed that up. That doesn't seem to be getting any benefit from mending, but it is unbreaking, so we can always take that away. Yeah, I don't think we can actually increase the speed on that, but that's fine. It is more than adequate. So what we need to do now is give that 2 or 3 stacks of wood, 2 or 3 stacks of stone, and we'll be good. So I'll get that done. I'm back in a bit. Alright, while that's doing, we've got a terrasteel agglomeration plate to go. That's ticking away. I've just loaded it right up with all sorts of goodies. We need to place you down here. We're also going to need to borrow a mana pool, which we've got there. I'll borrow the one from upstairs, because this is all going to get ripped down shortly anyway. Maybe not this episode, but it will get ripped down, and it will be soon. We're going to need more mana pools. We need at least 2 to do the Elven Gateway and all the usual good stuff like that, but that's there. We're going to place right, this is, I think that one's full, so we'll pop you down there. That one is not full, and then we're going to place you on there and you on there. So that's our sparks. Maybe I should have put that actually over that. I'll change the angle of that later, not a problem. It'll be empty shortly. And terrasteel is an odd one. We are going to need to get mana pearl, mana steel, mana diamond, mano steel, mana steel, mana diamond, mana pearl, and that should give us those. Boop, boop, boop. We're going to want more sparks and everything at some point as well. But right now, let's just go over here. That should be an empty mana tablet, which means it will have exactly the amount it needs. However, I am paranoid. I am nothing if not paranoid, so I am going to stick in a little bit more. That'll do. And then we can go 1, 2, 3. Oh, you swine. Oh, you can right click them on now. That's an interesting addition. So the spark transfers the mana across very rapidly. You can see the rate that's going down. So if you were to use mana spreaders, there's a very good chance that that would despawn in the time it takes for them to do. So, you know, it's always or it used to be. Don't know whether that's still the case. And we have that, which we're going to convert straight away into that. And we need to grab some of that, and those are going to make, we're going to need to make 2 of these, but first things first, we need to make 1 of those, which is simple enough. We also need to make some glimmering living wood, which is simple enough. That's if I've got the relevant stuff. I have 1, 2, 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. So let's figure out where we want to place that while this is ticking away, happily ticking away. Look, it's already done a stack. There's plenty of that going on, and it is just hammering through them really. And we will, I think we're going to place this here. And if we can go now the Elven Gateway core should go there with, now I need to double check that because I can't remember what the actual blocks are, whether they're just living wood or not. Let's have a look at Alphamancy. Okay, yep. We can visualize that. Oh, hang on. Where's my axe gone? So if I do that, that will anchor that in the world. And then we can place our, let's have a look, Elven Gateway core. Now I think, what did it say? I didn't actually, they are just living wood, aren't they? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Hup and hup. We're going to have to do a little bit of huppage there. That will take that out, and then we can hup and hup. And that's our complete structure. All lovely, excellent. World is good and happy. 2 more mana pools. Yeah. 2 more mana pools. Simple enough. And these pylons, which we are probably going to have to go back. I wish it had stopped doing that. The one downside to this, well, that has actually got juice left in it as well. Hang on, let's get that back. And eventually grab all the things, and we can replace this over, I think there is fine, isn't it? And then we'll just put that on the top. Right, mana pools. I need 2 more mana pools. That's the first thing. Get 5 of those, 10 of those. Do a bit of crafting. We can place those in the world. I may actually take this lot out, but I'm just wary of doing it too soon. Now, it used to be that these had to be like positioned in a very specific place. It appears that that is not quite the case anymore. They just have to be within... Ew, that's a shame. There you go. Within 11 blocks. So, yeah, we'll take advantage of that. We're going to need more mana. We're going to place the mana into there, but before we do that, we need to make the mana pylons. So let us go and see what's involved with that. Okay. And also get rid of some stuff that's cluttering my inventory and making life generally unpleasant. Keep those because we're going to want that. Right, so we need to make a mana pylon. So if I control on that, it'll take me to mana pylon. That's a mana diamond, 2 gold and 2 mana stuff thingies. 2 mana diamonds, 1, 2. Have I got any gold on me? Probably not. Okay, so what was it? Mana diamond, 2 mana steel and 2 gold. What, 4 mana steel, I should say. Really? No gold? Alright, I think I've got some over here in the storeroom. So I'll just check that out and be back with you in a moment. Alright, we should have everything. Because I'm certainly thinking, have I got any blaze powder? But I'm fairly certain I brought that over because that's an ingredient of something. Fairly certain I brought blaze powder. Let's go and check, shall we? Come on. No blaze powder. Damn you. Right, I need blaze powder. Once I got blaze powder, the world will be happy. So I'll be back again in a sec. Actually, we can craft these here. 2 mana diamonds, those and those. That will make me 2 of those with those, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 will make me the Natura pylons, which we so richly desire to go and talk to the elves. It wasn't actually blaze powder, it was eyes of ender I needed, which obviously would have I could have crafted had I got blaze powder. Clear? Yeah, I'm not either. Alright, so that will go over, I think we placed them over that and over that one. Wow. I wasn't sure about those when I saw the model rendered in the book, but oh man, that is actually really pretty. Mana, and we will be off on our way to greater things in Britannia. Well, we'll be able to do what we wanted to do from the word go anyway. Let's just take those. They're both full. That's fine. I am going to take one of those, and I am going to want to chuck through. Let's have a look. Kekamuras is pixie dust, which is mana pearls. So 1, 2, 3 of 4. 4 should be enough. Thank you. Now, see, I'm not sure whether to bother with the armor from. I may do it just because I'm curious to see how good the model looks now. I want to give these a full, or at least half a full tablet each. We've got the mana to spare, I think, right now. So, providing we get that all working, we'll be good. Are we almost there? We need you. Now the other thing is, and you probably help. You can probably correct me on this if I'm incorrect. The portal. So blah blah blah. Mana pools nearby in 11 by 11 around the core. To open portal, simply right-click the core with Wand of the Forest. Substantial amount of mana is deposited in the pools to open up. The cost is divided between all of them. The portal seems to be able to send items through it, yada yada, but mana is required for successful transactions. Similar to opening it, the cost is split between all the pools. And that is it. Now, it used to be that you also required mana to keep the portal open. Wow. Oh, I love that. Screenshot. Let's... Oh, thank you. There's our Elven Guard. Blah, blah, blah. A bunch of elves sent us a message. Can we get the portal to Alfheim? Anything? We've done that. Is there anything more about the actual... Yeah, not a lot. Okay, let's give it these. Pixie dust for the win. Right. Now you see there's definitely particles going on here, but right, we know that we're above a quarter on that one. And we know that we're well above a quarter on that one. So the question's got to be, let's see what it does once I've got a little bit further on with the Kekamerus. How are you doing? Wow. You're piddling along, but that's fine. So the Kekamerus requires a rune of gluttony, some brown petals, white petals, and pixie dust. The rune of gluttony requires fire and winter and mana diamonds. Winter requires cake, wool, and 2 snow, and water and earth. Water and earth. Cake. Hang on. No. Let's get this right. Rune of winter requires... Yeah, it was the earth cake. Cake, wool, and 2 snow. Cake, wool, and 2 snow. And some living wood, of course. Now, the question is, what I really don't know is how much of this we're going to need to... How much mana, whether we're going to have to go and borrow some or generate some more. So we'll find out. Oops. Yeah. This is why borrowing stuff in Britannia doesn't work very well, and it's hard to fast track it, because if you go around borrowing things all the time, then you're never sure exactly how much stuff you've got. Does that make sense? No, it makes no sense whatsoever. Anyway, so this will give us the rune of winter. We can then make the rune of gluttony, which will give us 1 Kekamerus, or the makings of a Kekamerus. Once we've got 1 Kekamerus, we should be good to then start making lots of... Well, I want probably 4, I think. Because they're pretty high power generators. So let's see how that goes. This will take a quick hot moment, and bang, and of course we get the runes back, which is the important bit. Now what we then need is a rune of winter and a rune of fire. Water, so fire goes in, winter, and 2 mana diamonds. That might be the bit of the rod that breaks. Oops, hang on. Mind you, we've got plenty of mana upstairs, so it's not like we're desperately desperate. And again, this will probably take a while, because I think it's going to take a reasonable amount of mana this time around, so I'll be back in a moment. Would you believe I haven't actually got any flowers in here? There I am, like, oh, got everything, and yeah, I was missing a few minorly important things, such as, you know, all of the flowers. Thought something was coming at me then. Like, come at me, bro. Right, yeah, so we definitely need white, orange and brown. But I'm just grabbing anything I find as I go. That is a snowdrop. That is not a white mana producing flower. So yeah, I just need to do a little wander around. I'm not going to hang around and, you know, make you watch me run around while I skip around picking flowers. And I'll be back with you in a sec. Alright, we're back, and as per usual, Britannia is doing its usual trick to me, which is not Britannia's fault. This is what Britannia always does. Oh, that's not what I wanted, but we'll do that anyway. Can you spot the missing colour bloody flower? The one I can't find. The one I need, the brown. Yep, I haven't got a brown one. The annoying thing is, just because I used two brown flowers that we had, I'm even more annoyed. So let's have a look at our floral fertilizer, shall we? A bit of dye and bone meal. That we can definitely do. Oh, we're making wood. We've actually moved on, and we are now just turning out that's brilliant. That's working really, really well. Oh, I know what I wanted to do before we head back over to the base to get some floral fertilizer and get some brown flour. We only need one. This is the annoying thing. Is one is all we need. Now, I don't think that's gone down. You know, I think we can leave this open permanently now, and it will just use mana as and when you use it. Okay, I'm going to go get the floral fertilizer, and I'll be back in a sec. While I'm here, I'm not sure how long I've been recording either, but I would like to get a couple of things. First things first, we need to make you export K-key into that, please. I don't know whether that's got it all yet. Let's have a look. It has. Okay, excellent. That should keep us ticking for a while. Nope, K-key. Just check how much K-key I took. Just over 100 odd. That's fine. I want another placer. I want one of those, which means we need to make everything for that. So a bit of that, and we need some lapis. Thank you, and we should be able to make the placer now. This is temporary, and then we are going to need an item, one of those, which means we need to make one of that. Oh, damn you. Give me some stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. That's more than enough to get my there we go, and that gives us one of those, which we can no, let's get back here, put that away. Right, let me get the item thingy again. Weighted pressure plate, one of those, perfect. Right, we can head back. I will see you there. In fact, I am well over time. I've just checked my thing, so we're back over here. We're going to finish this off next time. In the meantime, I can definitely tear all of this down, because they are now surplus to requirements, as is that. And yeah, I'll just put these in here for now. But we made some progress. We should have a large amount of mana generation coming soon. So until then, Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.